Here appears the wild Chris.
Welcome to Explosive Discharge.
What we got today?
Today, guys, we're going to be looking at the new Variac.
Jesus.
This is the new Explosive Discharge Variac. The small Explosive Discharge Variac just wasn't man enough. Couldn't cut it. 3 amps just weren't enough. So we've gone out and bought this. 25 amps. The Ratin is 25 amps. The INPU 240 volts and output is 0 to 270 volts on the overwind. Made by Automatic Electric Limited. So it's 2 Variacs for some unknown reason. On the top there is a hole where this motor goes. I've just taken off because unfortunately the cables have been sheared off. Got a spare motor for it, which is a little bit smaller and it doesn't fit with the holes, so I'm going to try and take this one apart and fix the wires, but if not I'll have to drill some new holes and put that one on. So we've got it set up in the vise here. I'm just drifting it off with 2 hammers. This is working pretty well. There we go. That was kind of easy. It's all weird old oh. Forgot I had that in the vise. It's a weird old it's like a stepper motor in there. It's very weird. Nice bearing. So yeah, this will be nice and easy to splice some new cables on. I think I'll just sort of stagger, splice them in, stick them back out the hole. Put a bit of heat shrink around it this time instead of letting them be sheared off. So that's all done. I have made sure the connector fits through the hole. So just put the lid back on now. So inside there's this gear mechanism if I offer a motor up to it. So that slots in there. The motor turns round and turns that big gear round. Which in turn moves these big sliders with what I assume to be beryllium copper springs that hold those carbon brushes up against the outside of the Variac. 2-phase motor, and so one phase is obviously from the mains, and the other phase is made up by this resistor and capacitor. Put live on this plus, that goes to one winding of the motor, and the resistor and capacitor creates the other one, and that turns one way. Then if you put live on the black, the other phase of the motor is powered, and the resistor and the capacitor creates the other phase, and then it goes the other way. I think that's because the one voltage would lead the other, and then when you power the other one, obviously the other voltage leads the other, and it goes the other way. Explosive discharge, what have we got here, Dom?
Cable.
Cable, loads of cable.
Loads more cable. Loads more cable.
What we got here, Dom?
I know it's a Variac, but we have no idea what we're doing.
We don't. We're going to try and power it up low voltage with a light bulb in series and just see what it does.
It's got 110 on the input from the smaller Variac, 15 out at the moment.
We'll get this passed around to halfway house. So that seems pretty proportional.
I'm confused.
So am I.
How much of this is overwind?
It appears the overwind starts about halfway around. So
what?
110 in, 200 out. Yeah!
This is going to be quite interesting. We just don't know what's going on because it's supposed to be 0 to 270 volts and we're getting like 311 out of it. Just trying to light the barbecue, but it's not going very well. Fuck. Wonderful day for a barbecue. What are you doing there, Chris? Oh, I think you've got some flying ants on the floor here, mate. Just down there.
Yeah, there's a few, isn't there? They're dissipated.
Right, after about 1,000 hours of trying to figure out what was wrong, we found out that for some reason, unknown to both of us, this terminal is what we needed. However, from the factory, this terminal does not exist.
Well, not necessarily from the factory.
No, it's weird because the label, whereas you can see that on the right is called C, then you've got E, and then I think that's A and... yeah, A, B, E, and then C. This doesn't have a letter, so it's almost as if it's not supposed to be there. So anyway, we thought we'll give it a go, drill it out, which we did, and now it works. We've got 0 to 270, so we're just about to demonstrate that with the soft start system that is this Variac and that light bulb, and then you can short the light bulb out without switch, which works. So take 364.
Right, the light bulb switched in. Good.
Yes, the light bulb is in.
So we got input current, output voltage. So right, we've got output volts.
Yeah, there we go. So we are on overwind at the moment, so it's gone back to the right orientation, which now means the knob is wrong. So clockwise on the knob brings this anti-clockwise, which is annoying, but there you go.
So why the fuck is that line there?
We don't know. Don't worry about it.
Let me take this up to about where 240 is.
240 on there should equal 270 here. We're at 260. Horrible reflection.
Still in. That's why it doesn't go high enough.
Yeah. Okay.
So we can switch the light bulb out now, and in theory the circuit won't go.
It hasn't.
Didn't.
We've got a nice hum. We're at 275.
We've got about 100 milliamps going in.
240 in. 100 milliamps. 270 out. Ladies and gentlemen, roll up, roll up. We're at the fairground.
Wired the first Variac into the second Variac. This is
still less. Where is it?
Yeah, it went up to 300.
Is that max?
Really, I didn't take it around, so let's take it around to max for a sec.
314-ish.